One. Wagwan, everybody.
Yes, good people of the world.
We are back.
We have returned.
We had a young break last.
As we
last
always
week.
do.
Yeah. You know, these men don't work hard, we work smart. That's what it
Casual encounters.
100%. You must be grateful for seeing this. You take what you get.
Absolutely.
Like, take what.
Shall we fucking dive in?
I think it's just right for me to start this video this way, and I want to sincerely take a bow. Respect to Manchester United, Carabao Cup winners.
Campeones!
Must give them the
First
respect.
of four.
Must give them the
The
respect.
next three coming soon.
No,
Quadruple. Happening, babes.
it was
Happening.
Yo, it was a fucking good game.
It's a good game.
It was
It's a good game, yeah.
I don't think it was a good game. No. It was a cup final performance from United
Yeah,
that
it
shocked
was.
me.
It was.
Jesus
we came
Christ.
into the blocks very fast.
Yeah, look, and Newcastle were on you, no? But okay, first tell me about the game, and then I'll tell you what I think about United.
So yes, they had a lot of the ball actually.
Yeah.
And I was worried at first, but once that Casemiro goal went in, we just got a bit of
Who
momentum.
the fuck crossed that?
That was, I think it was Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw. That was a peach.
That was a
peach.
ripping cross.
Yes, it was. But I'm surprised Casemiro has been like contributing so many goals.
Do you know
I
that
didn't see
Casemiro has now scored? I think it's 5 goals now, no? Since he's been at United. Before he got to United, he had only scored 4 goals in 100 appearances.
Bro. You see, the thing is now that he's like, before he was kind of diluted in that star-studded midfield of Modric and Kroos and whoever the fuck Valverde them.
Yeah.
Now you can really see what he's like good at and like the quality he brings now that he's in a midfield where he's the main man. Okay, he meant Bruno to some degree, but for what he does, no? And you know what I've also realized? He's made me realize that a defensive mid is an extremely valuable position. It's one of the most important positions.
Your defensive mid must be one of your best footballers on the pitch.
100%.
To have a good team, no? Your defensive mid must be able to break up play, but primarily he must be your best passer.
Yeah.
He must have the longest passing range, the most consistent passing range, and the most aggressive passing range.
And he must be able to win ball.
Yeah, no, winning ball, no, to a degree, but like, let's say for instance Højbjerg wins balls, great, but Højbjerg's passing range I see is limited. Like with good defensive mids, like with Casemiro wins the ball, no, because he's in the right place, and that's just the defensive midness. But his passing is like what sets him. And I know the argument rages on Twitter between Thomas Partey, Casemiro, and Rodri, who's the best. But I'm gonna say now, all three of those motherfuckers pass. Thomas Partey's best aspect is his passing. He breaks a play, but then he passes the fucking ball better than all of our other players.
And I would go as far as to say that as a team, you won't be a great team if you don't have a great central defensive mid.
It is.
We've struggled for so long on that position, and now that we have it, you can immediately see what it has done to us.
And
like it's insane. Bro.
Think about the league table currently. The top 3 are the top 3 have the top 3 best defensive mids in the league.
Absolutely.
Everyone else doesn't have a defensive mid. Chelsea's dead food because they don't have a defensive mid. Kante's been on the operation table for the last year of his life.
And man studying to be a doctor now.
He's just taking notes. This is his in-service.
He's doing his masters, bro.
He's doing his in-service.
Crazy.
Liverpool, Fabinho's been dead food. So Liverpool's been dead food. Fucking Spurs have Højbjerg, and that's why Spurs is where they are now currently. If you don't have a defensive mid, you are shit.
You're like a ship without a rudder, bro. Like
Exactly.
You don't have that kind of change in direction quickly when you need it. Like if you need someone to control things, control the flow of things. It's so underrated what they can do. But once you have a really good one, you can be like, oh, so this is what that shit does.
Yes. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's abundantly clear when someone is a good defense. But look, let's go back to the game. Tell me more about the game.
Yes. And then the Rashi goal, obviously I'm very impressed with fucking the way Rashi's been playing recently. And just we were just very threatening. We created more threatening opportunities than they did. But they had a lot of control of the ball. Fucking Saint Maximan was absolutely ripping us apart, bro.
The low had to come off. That one we gave him when he got into the box and he shoved.
Bro. But then when they brought on fucking Wan-Bissaka.
No,
Wan-Bissaka
has one job.
In the
That's
pocket.
the key. I think it was in the second half. He gave Wan-Bissaka 1, then he gave him 2, then he gave him 3, and then Wan-Bissaka. But I was like, yo.
Saint Maximan is very good at fucking carrying the ball and creating.
Bro, he can shift the ball, no? Like, yo, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I was like, oh, I don't Saint Maximin. The only problem with Saint Maximin is Saint Maximin doesn't have the technical skill.
Yeah, I don't have the thing.
He's a very good dribbler and he would be a great Newcastle player.
And maybe
but
that decision making that
yeah,
he lacks.
but he would never make it in the Arsenal team. Never, not a day. Not a day.
But he was their main threat, so to say. But they did have a lot of the ball. Kieran Trippier, fucking the balls that man can deliver. Balls of steel, bro. He's just got he had such great deliveries. They were a big threat for large part of the game, but because we had scored those 2 goals early, we had now something to hold on to. And I just saw it. Once we had those two, say midway through the second half, I wasn't too concerned of anything crazy happening. I wasn't. By the way the flow of the game was going, I could see, okay, they were sometimes creating some threats, but it was nothing crazy. When we got the ball, we could control the ball, we could keep the ball well. Casemiro was doing well. Everybody was doing well. Just a good game for United. I expected the win. If we didn't get the win, I would have thought, hey, we're choking again. Do you know what I mean? But we're a different team, different mentality. I think Eric has brought that kind of steeliness to our to all of our players, I think.
That's what actually I was about to say now. So in giving you your flowers, I must say you deserve the win. Congratulations again. I think I was sold what Eric Ten Hag was by the media, and I'm going to tell you, it's not at all what he is. I was told Eric Ten Hag is this attacking genius, this prodigy and shit. If not, I were to rate improvements in United's 2 main phases of play, which is attacking and defensively, I'm going to say you have gone from a 6 in terms of attacking to a 7, because your attacking patterns are exactly the same. You still play on the counter. All of your goals is still mostly individual moments. There isn't like you just don't have a style of play going forward.
Yeah, not really. I think not an outline.
Yeah, there's not like a style of play going forward, and that's an honest assessment. That's not salt. That's in attacking sense. Eric Ten Hag has under delivered to what the media sold me, in my opinion. Eric Ten Hag has taken your defense from a 3 to a 9.
Yeah,
your defense, like your defensive acumen, not like your shape. I'm tripping. You motherfuckers just build a wall. And it's not like the Ollie wall. The Ollie wall was a blind wall. You know, you could climb over that shit, but everyone just kind of stood around and hoped for the best. Yes, personnel does play a partner. But my guy, personnel does not make you defend like that. That's a mindset, and that's a coach that has coached how you need to be defending into you. You double up when you need to. The way you cover the space. When one goes out, someone drops in there. Casemiro, again, has facilitated a lot of that because he's a good defensive mid. He's not McSauce. So, but defensively, I think out of the coaches in the top 4 right now, because Newcastle have dropped off, Eric Ten Hag is the best defensive coach. I'll give him that award. I think in attacking sense, I don't think he's had the ability. I'm gonna give him the leeway by saying I don't think he's had the ability to express his attacking prowess as much. But the number one improvement I think United has made is you saw always score goals. You have always scored goals. Defensively has been your biggest scratch.
Yeah, that is true.
And your goals have always been counter-attacking individual moments. I think that is still there. But the fact that you don't concede goals now allows you to play that style of football. Because Newcastle were on you, sure. Like, I don't even want to say what the fuck. I was going to get cancelled. But just, Newcastle were on you. But you just didn't look in trouble. I mean, I thought back to the Arsenal game. You defended. You conceded 3 goals in the Arsenal game, no? But you defended really, really well. So I don't think you can argue with me when I say that Eric Ten Hag is the best defensive coach in the top 4 at the moment.
I think, and other than the tactics and like maybe the defensive acumen the brings or the attacking acumen, I think what I actually see that people weren't talking about before was, and you know what, I connected 2 things. Like, I saw the man management that he's been developing players that we've had before. And a lot of players that we've had before that were trash are doing a lot better now. And I don't know if you saw this video. There was a video where of Ten Hag when he was younger, and he was talking to, I think it was Johan Cruyff or someone. And he was talking about how to handle younger players and how to reprimand them. And this bro was like fucking 12 years old or some shit like that. And he was asking him questions about like how to reprimand them, like how you need to be careful on younger players. But if you're an older player, you need to be able to say certain things and like... And that made me think that he has such like a man management style that can really bring the best out of certain players. Because look at Rashford, he's doing really well. Look at the situation with Wan-Bissaka and Delo. Before, there's always Delo or Wan-Bissaka. One is playing and the other one's doing badly. You know what I mean? Now it's like they both in there for different reasons. Look at Varane, he's staying fit, he's playing well. Martinez, his own kind of player. Do you know what I mean? All the players that weren't particularly doing well before. Fred, he has his bad games, but he has his really good games as well. Fred, as well. Everyone he has lifted what we've had, and what he has brought more value.
I want to disagree with you there a little bit. No? Again, I'm a neutral, and I've watched United's downfall plenty of times, and you always have this peak, the new manager peak, which lasts a season and a half, where you look like you're going to tear the world apart, and you're in contention. And I think Erik ten Hag has gotten the new manager bounce 3,000%. I can see because players that weren't performing as well are performing now. My problem is, and where I think I will only take him seriously, is after by year 3. I want to see what he's getting out of those players. Because it's easy to get new manager bounce, new culture, all of that shit. But what we've seen is United players, after 2 years in a project, lose interest. There's a drop-off. Yeah. Because you need to make them buy in season after season. You know? And with United players specifically, there's just like a mental switch that goes off. Look at Rashford. Rashford's playing well now. People are telling me, oh, Rashford's the best winger in the Premier League. I still believe it's Bukayo Saka. Rashford...
No bias there whatsoever.
No, it's obvious because their numbers are exactly the same.
No, it aren't.
Yes, in the league, their goal contributions.
Oh, their goal contributions.
Yeah, they're both on 17-17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah,
but
crazy.
Rashford is in the best form of his life, and he's only got to Saka now. Like, do you see what I mean? So how can you say he's the best? He's in the best form of his life. Saka's on mid form. He's only gotten to Saka now. So I don't know. But obviously Rashford is scoring mass goals. But that's besides the
We can only really judge on the now. You know what I mean? Obviously in 3 years everything could be different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I don't want to get too carried away in the dick riding of him. I want to see him in 2 years when he's lost that new manager bounce, when there's been stumbling blocks, when there's been fallouts, when there's been results. You know that moments that happen with United where there's a bad result, you know, and the players...
We had that at the beginning of the season.
No. It was a different type of bad result. A bad result against a big team is a lot. It's what really starts the cack at United. But against the small teams, you saw, like, everyone loses to the small teams. It's like normal. Everyone forgets about that loss to Brentford, you know? But you don't forget about, like, the loss to Liverpool with 84-5. Cack like that you don't forget. That's a big one to lose. You see, so cack like that, I think.
Time will be the biggest filter. I mean, over time, let's see what he does over time. But for now, even though he has the big manager bounce, there definitely is some positives that I've seen.
But there was positives under Van Gaal. There's positives under
I don't know if there was positives under Van Gaal.
You won.
Mourinho definitely there was a positive.
Yeah,
yes. Ollie gave me the ride of my life.
But think about it. Ollie got you second in the league. Like, if you look back at it, and I was thinking about it yesterday, I was like, every United manager does this. They come in and they're hot as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, but his proving ground will be, can he get this after year 2? After year 2, what is his performance? Because I don't think no United manager has done cack within their first 2 years. It's always once leading into that third year where the problems started, the cracks started.
Moyes was cack. Van Gaal was kind of cack in his second year as well.
Moyes was dog shit, but Van Gaal won trophies. Van Gaal just missed out on top 4, but that's because everyone else was doing way better.
Yeah. Like,
remember that was the time when Spurs was actually a team, cack like that. Yeah. So there was mitigating circumstances. I thought it was a bit harsh that Van Gaal went. I won't lie, but
I was happy that he went.
Yes, but look at Jose and Ollie have shown me that United players will always react to a new manager, and they will always outperform themselves in that first 2 years. Does burnout then happen? Where they kind of need to take it?
You know, it's funny with the Ollie thing as well. When Ollie came in, and we did well also after a weird, unprecedented break of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, that was the COVID break. We came back hot as fuck. This was like this weird World Cup break. We came back hot as fuck. So I've seen that whenever there's something weird that happens in a season, that will come back hot as fuck.
And think about it. The same peaks that you saw having now, that you saw celebrating like so crazy. Like, think about it now. You just lost your mind for beating Barca in the Europa League. And You beat Paris in the in the Champions League and you lost your mind. So you just think about all of that strong emotions.
United is that toxic ex, bro.
Bro.
That's that fucking up
Really,
and down
I watch
emotions,
your
dog.
fan base now, and you respond to everything the exact same way. So just that Oli had his miracle Champions League run, like you knocked Barca out now. It's just like everything I'm seeing, I've seen before. You know, that said, I have to compliment his defensive improvements, because that's miles better. You defend like a fucking relegation team. You defend like prime Burnley.
Prime Burnley.
You defend like prime Burnley.
I still don't like Luke Shaw that much in the defense, but yeah, we move.
You Nias header everything. You fight. You are filthy at the back, like prime Burnley defense. Gotta love it. Gotta love that shit. But you know, we've dick sucked United for 15 minutes. Let's get on to things that actually matter. Arsenal, Premier League.
Yes, Arsenal, the Premier League. A 1-0, exciting 1-0 victory for the Gunners.
Yeah.
Thrilling.
No. Oh no, 1-0 to the Arsenal. We take those every day. I would take 38 1-0s. I'll take it today. If you offered me a 1-0 in every game, I'll take it.
I thought that Ben White goal should have stood.
No, that was the Trossard goal.
Was that the Trossard goal?
was Trossard.
Was Ben White the one that pulled
Yes,
him down?
yeah.
Some shit like
The
that.
Trossard. Whew. Jesus, I'm gonna tell you now. Trossard.
I told you about Trossard. You know
I
love Trossard.
know.
I was mad when I saw Trossard. You guys got Trossard. Trossard was a crazy
What
signing
a
for the
steal.
Gunners.
I think
That's
it was
a
like,
steal,
what
bro.
is it, 20 million?
United could never do business like that.
20 million?
Trossard for us is a 200 more player. Easy.
Jesus.
On the cheap. The cheap.
He played at centre forward and he was everything I want Eddie to be. He comes, he receives the balls, he can interlink.
He's a very threatening player. He makes a lot of positive actions.
Yeah.
Per 90, I think he makes more like above average positive attacking actions per 90. From what I've
the
seen.
attacking third, he's just like so fucking... He's involved. He gets the ball, he does something with it.
Sancho can learn a thing or two.
You know what, no? Like the polar, perfect example versus Sancho. Sancho gets there, Sancho comes back, plays that pass. That pass that I hate. Trossard does not play that pass.
Yeah,
Trossard wants to get at you if the option is off. Do you know there's times where you can see that there's no way you can go past this?
But even so, fortune favors the brave.
Yeah.
If you can't be playing pansy football, bro. If you're an attacker with pedigree, you need to
need
take
to make a
chances.
play.
You need to always be brave, bro. And that's what he is. He's got bravery and he takes a chance. He takes a chance.
Honestly, does that goal he scored? I thought pass up sort of peach. And this will now look, I'm on a rant now, but you must prepare yourself for this. No? The standard of refereeing in the Premier League is reaching a shocking point. It is. Look. Do you know what this is? No. This is, I understand everyone that will watch this. All 10 of you that will watch this and will be like, "Oh, Keegan's complaining about the refs again." It's almost like a man that if you weren't in this position, you can't understand it. We get so many fucking referee calls that go against us. No? I complain about it because it happens to me. This is like that white people telling black people, "Oh, if slavery is so bad, why didn't you just end it?"
Yeah.
Blood.
You weren't the one in chains.
You weren't the one in chains. It's so bad. No? So the Trossard goal is disallowed. I agree. It was disallowable. My counterpoint is 2 weeks ago, the same thing happened to Aaron Ramsdale. They were also holding him. Nothing was given. No? So I understand it's a different referee. I can't ask for consistency across refs. That's fine. I understand that. What fucks me up is 10 minutes later, Bukayo Saka is running the box. He's held. He's then fouled without the ball. The ball goes over them, but the man doesn't play the ball. The man is playing Saka. Takes Saka out by pulling him and dragging him to the ground. We don't get a penalty for that. No. So you disallowed our goal for pulling, for Ben White holding his hand. This bro is holding Saka and pulls him to the ground. Not a foul. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, blood. You know? Because it was a soft penalty to give, yes. But the goal that was disallowed was a soft foul to give. You telling me the goalkeeper can't pull his hand away? Blood, Ben White didn't have him in a lock. Ben White just fucking... Oh, see, going the way. That's it. That's all he did.
I'm here.
That goalkeeper. Fuck. He's got.
I can't move.
That's my trip, bro. Hold my hand quickly. You puss. I pull my hand away. That keeper accepted it. So that's where I was asking for consistency. No? That was the Arsenal game. There was a few other decisions that was deeply contentious. I mean, yellow cards they should have gotten. Again, the yellow card thing. The ref wasn't handing out yellows, so I accept that. No, they were fouling us, fucked up. I accept that. Moving on to the next game that I watched.
No,
where
I
was
still
shocked.
wanted to.
No. This is my
expand
ref thing. Before we come back to the Arsenal, this is my ref rant.
Yeah.
This is my ref
I want to
rant.
expand on the ref rant, yes.
Okay, so next game is now Chelsea versus Tottenham. I have never seen a refereeing shit show like I did in that goal. So the Ziyech thing happened. Did you see what happened with Ziyech?
I didn't see that.
So Ziyech, he fouls, I want to say Richarlison. Huh? He then stands over Richarlison with Ziyech's little skinny ass arms like Ziyech is going to do something. I'm going to tell you, Richarlison versus Ziyech in a fight. I don't think Richarlison about that life, but if
You don't think about that life?
if he
I think
was,
he could be.
I
think
think
stick a
he
man.
would fuck the living shit out of Ziyech. Ziyech is out here looking like that colored purdy boy, blooming smoking the okka in the corner. This bro got no meat on him. Well, Richarlison's gonna kill you, blood. Why you acting like you gangster? You standing over, man. But if Richarlison got up there, if this was outside in the real world, you would have been walking home, blood.
Yeah.
Why are you standing like you're gonna do something? You know there's a soccer pitch. That's why you're a big guy now.
Yeah,
You-
100%.
You fucking weigh 50
yeah.
kgs. What you
Yeah.
talking about, you young pussy?
They know that not much can really come
Now
from
he's,
that.
now he's fucking standing over Richarlison.
Nigga not gonna catch you outside.
And then Emerson comes in and runs into him from behind. No? Smashes into him. Ziyech then gets up and does like this push punch thing. So it goes off his shoulder into his face. Soft red. But it's a red. It's like the Casemiro thing. Once you touch a nigga's face, you're giving the referee an opportunity to red card. We all understand that. You touched his face, you're giving the ref a touch in anything. You fucked with his face, you've given the ref
You
a
think
chance.
they'll read someone if they one of us just kiss one of them around the face?
No, I don't think so.
You
I don't think so. You know,
I think that'll be
GBV.
it.
Shout out to my
Hey,
LGBT.
that'll be very contentious. Like,
Maybe
read
just
or not?
Just trying to
Read
get
or
away
not?
with this
Huh?
video.
Read or not?
Yeah, you know, is this so I can't express my love? You know, that referee get cancelled.
Yeah.
But then what happens is the referee then steps back. The referee then chats with the linesman. No? The referee then goes to Emerson Royals on the floor. Yellow card for your puss. Goes back to the linesman. Chats with Bloodmore. This may be happening 1 or 2 minutes in now. Comes to Ziyech. No? VAR review is happening. Comes to Ziyech, mid-VAR review. Your puss. Red. While VAR review is happening.
Yeah.
My man could not understand it. So I was like, so you're giving him red.
Yeah.
After the red is shown, man goes to the screen. What? So why didn't you just go to the fucking screen?
He made a video, a rash decision.
He gives the red, no? He then goes to the screen, watches it, rescinds the red, gives man a yellow. What? How? Are refs now making sense? Are these functioning human beings? Why the fuck would you just give him the red straight? I understand if you wanted to red card him. Then go to the screen because you know the VAR review is going to happen. Don't make yourself look like a puss now. Now, honestly, refs look like they don't know what the fuck.
I think he wanted to make a decision of his own. To make his decision as the ref. And then maybe go and consult the VAR to see whether he could have changed the decision or not. Because I think it's a whole different trip, no? If he doesn't make the decision, no? And then he goes checks the VAR because now it's a whole trip. Now he's tripping on the monitor. What is my decision? What's my on-field decision?
But
Do you know what I mean? I think he wants to take onus. He wants to take ownership of the moment.
But now then I lead back
He
to
was
the
drunk
VAR.
on power.
Is VAR not by definition to change clear and obvious errors? So the criteria for the red is the hitting motion towards his face. That's violent conduct. No? There was violent conduct. So that cannot be a clear and obvious error. So just because you saw something on the screen, he didn't hit him that hard, it doesn't overrule, that doesn't make you giving him a red, a clear and obvious error. Do you see what I mean? Because the criteria was met for the red. The clear and obvious error was no contact and he dived. Then you rescind the red. But because you saw it and it's not so bad, now you take the red back. What cuck refereeing is that? And what is VAR doing? How the fuck is that? How the fuck is that now not a red card? Because it must be a clear and obvious error to overrule it. But the ref sees it now, kind of wasn't that bad. That is not a clear and obvious error. A clear and obvious error is if he didn't touch the man. He did. He shoved him in the face. That is a red. So you cannot say that the ref, by giving him a red, was a clear and obvious error because it wasn't. It wasn't a clear and obvious error. Clear and obvious error is if focal happened. But something did happen. Now you downgrade it. Why are you such a puss? They still eat your wife in front of you and you just watch from the corner.
I think if I was, the refs are under a lot of pressure right now, no?
Refs puss.
Because I really think what he wanted to do in that moment is he wanted to make a decision and then he wanted to see whether that was the correct decision. Because think about it this way: if
But
he had gone,
it's not supposed to be used to make the correct decision.
if he had gone and he had not made the decision, no, and then he had gone to V.A.R, and then he had checked the monitor, and then maybe saw it from a different angle, slow mo, and then made a decision from that, based off of that, then that would have been V.A.R making that decision for him.
Okay.
Or maybe it wouldn't have been to correct an obvious mistake because there was no decision taken.
No, but
you know what I mean?
but you see there.
Then it would have been a miss, something the ref missed. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Do you prefer no, him not taking the decision, like seeing what he saw, going to V.A.R? Because think it's a trip sometimes to view that shit in slow motion.
I don't. What I don't mind is the way the ref started it when he gave the red. No? That I don't mind. No? Because he saw something that he believed was a red card offense. Because the ref was right there. This didn't happen like the ref was far. The ref was standing here and this night he discussed. So the ref saw it with his own eyes. No? He gives a red for it. V.A.R should only be used to correct clear and obvious errors. So clear and obvious error could be an offside that was missed. That's a clear and obvious error. A penalty, that's a clear and obvious error. You changing so the minimum requirements for the red was met. And you're now changing that because you saw the replay. My blood. That is not a clear and obvious error. That is not the criteria which of VAR. So refs now have gone from not using VAR properly at all to now using VAR for any cuck. You know, VAR isn't the criteria for VAR use. I feel like isn't being set in stone, and now refs are using it as a crutch, and they're now not using it properly. So VAR was supposed to be brought in to rid the world of cuck decisions. All I'm seeing is VAR making more cuck decisions.
And you know what's crazy? If you go and view the VAR, no? If you go and review and go and check that VAR screen, it can warp what it happens so much because A, it's in slow motion, B, it's from a certain angle. So what happens on that VAR screen might not tell the real story, and what happened in real life might not tell what is being said on that VAR screen. So you're basically going to view a different perspective once you are deciding to go to that monitor.
Yes.
So, chance, what I always think is when they go to the monitor, I always think they're going to change it.
And when have you seen them go to the monitor and not change it?
Yes, it's very rare.
So that tells me that they feel the pressure when they go to the monitor to go and change, because they never have I seen them not change it.
Yeah.
And are you then who actually has the control?
Because you're going to see something that you didn't see on the field now.
Exactly.
Oh, his boot was over there. I didn't see that in real time. So that changes the whole thing. You know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
and this slow-mo, his foot actually touched the ground a bit.
And now there's another thing they want to see.
Bro,
oh, violent contact
okay.
on the foot.
So now,
you know what I mean?
The angle of the sun was perpendicular to his foot. That's not
there was
actually
glare.
something.
There was fucking glare, bro. But I also wanted to ask you one thing about the Arsenal thing. Do you feel like that feeling is mutual across like the Arsenal fan base?
3,000%.
Do you also think? Do you think that maybe because of that, do you think referees are aware of that kind of thing, and hence there's now been this kind of weird trip, all these crazy decisions with Arsenal because you guys have had so much problems with the ref?
Do you know what it's like?
Maybe it's them taking a stand or some shit like that.
The thing is, within the refereeing association, there is what we are seeing is a clear bias against Arsenal. It's across referees. Certain referees like Lee Mason, thank God that I'm gonna cast on this video. That
Big man Mace.
That night. So thank God he's gone. Because there must be accountability. If players fuck up, there's accountability. If managers fuck up, there's accountability. Why for referees is there not? And there must be a bias against us. I sit week after week now, and I watch the decisions that go for Arsenal, and then I watch Chelsea get a clear red card overturned. And I'm wondering, I also watched Martinelli be the first player in Premier League history to be sent off within 10 seconds for a double yellow card offence. He was the first player in Premier League history ever. Ever! He committed a foul. They played advantage. He committed another foul. They gave him 2 yellows. Within 5 seconds, he got 2 yellows and was sent off.
Yeah. That's a bit rough. Yeah,
so think about that. We are the only team that's happened to. We are the only team that has had 2 referee association apology level mistakes. We get the shit rub of these refs on a weekly basis, and people say, "Oh no, Arsenal fans, they just want to complain." We are complaining because this thing is fucking clear. But look, running out of time. I don't want to just rant here.
I also wanted to say a small bit on the Mason. Did you hear about Mason?
Yo, she's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Well,
Maji?
makes sense. Makes
Maji,
sense.
what's going on, fam?
Makes sense.
What's going on, fam?
Makes
She
sense,
locked that
man.
shit down?
No, it makes sense. No wonder she retracted that
mad.
thing. Your daddy
That's
can't be in prison.
mad.
Guys, it's been great.
It's been great. Sorry about not talking about all the other games. Just boring games.
All the other games are cuck. I'm going to tell you a summary. Liverpool is cuck. They washed. Chelsea's cuck. They washed.
City, same old, 4-1.
Bournemouth, you know, but City ran through those boys. My God. Aston Villa, Everton losing at home.
Let's just go give a quick overview on the table so we can see what sets us up for. So, the table is looking like such. Matches played, we obviously going to talk about the top 3.
Yeah.
24 for Arsenal, 25 for City, 24 for United. Arsenal are currently at 57, United at 49. So what? That's like 8 points.
Yeah.
Between us and you guys.
Yeah.
And City, there is 3 points.
Yes.
That really sets it up quite wonderfully, eh? Wait. City have played a game
more than all of us. Yes.
So if we win our
you go to
game,
52.
We go to 52 and then it's 3 points.
Yeah. But also Spurs is only 4 points off you.
Spurs, how did that even happen? When the
That's
pussy
how
that
I felt when United closed the gap on us.
When the pussy that happened? Why are Spurs even here? Liverpool are 7th now. How are they losing so much and they're just they are climbing the table and they are losing.
That's how I felt about United at the beginning of the season, and now they're 8 points off us. Like, you know, like
I could set it up. Look, you guys must maybe just lose 1 and City must lose 1. I would love 1 point or 3 points.
Come and show you.
Between top 3.
Arsenal's next few games is chill, but come on, I show you what I can only call a death quarry. There's I don't on my post. I'm gonna look at it on my phone. So basically, there's a 3-week spell where Arsenal play
City,
Manchester City. The next game is Chelsea. The game before City it's Liverpool. Then a break. Then it's City. Then it's Chelsea. Then it's Newcastle in the space of 2 weeks.
That is cold.
Our 3 games. I think there's 3 or 4 games back to back against Dynamo opposition. 3 of those games is away from home. The only game we played at home is the Chelsea game.
That's cold. I love that.
It's
We've played both our leagues against you guys and City. We'll play Liverpool coming up now. And it's going to be an interesting end of the season. It's going to be interesting. I would love to be neck and neck. I want the league to be decided on
no, not at all.
I don't care if we do not. Last day.
Not at all.
Last day.
No,
last day.
No.
When have you seen that?
The
top 3. The top 3.
I want the league
done
that's
boring.
I don't give a puss.
That's boring.
I don't give a puss. I want the league done tomorrow. 14 games left. No, 13 for some, 14 for us. It's getting sticky.
I wanted the last game. Everyone must be sweating through their anuses, bro. All the top 3 teams.
I don't want any of that, because I'm gonna tell you now, when they sweat, Arsenal slip.
When there's a win, they slip anyway.
So let's not do that. Look, all I'm gonna say is Chelsea. How you spend 600 million and you are dog shit. Their team lacks. Did you see that video of them coming out of the tunnel where Aspilicuetas go, "Let's go team, let's get out there."
And like, yeah.
He goes, yeah, and everyone's like,
team spirit.
Let's go. I was like, I would burn my club down if that's how it looks. But
it's always a challenge if you like make such mass changes in your team structurally. Do you know what I mean?
What the fuck is Potter's problem? Why is he making 4 changes a game?
I fucking don't know, bro. I don't know if Potter's the right one for that project. But look, I think over time they will do better. They can only get better.
They can only get better. They're so dog shit right now. They devoid. Look, it's clear that the change of managers is needed, because they're in that point now where no one looks like they have an idea on the field. Enzo played shit against Spurs. Cost him the first goal with that dog shit clearance. It's like
Netflix, bro. There's so much options, you don't know what to watch. They got so much players, they don't know what they're supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Like the more you have, the less you have, kind of. In some weird kind of sense.
That does make sense, you know. Look, all I can say is, for the Chelsea thing, I'm gaining an outrageous amount of joy from Chelsea's downfall, because Chelsea are paid to play, and I despise that. Chelsea don't use youth. They don't have a good system. Chelsea just buy. They spend 600 million. So I hope Chelsea get relegated.
Sign me up. We'll be there soon.
100%. United. Oh, can we talk about the hypocrisy? The hypocrisy.
But look, to be fair to me, we had spoken about this before, and I told you I want exactly what City have. I want the oil money. I want it all. Yeah. I want to be bankrolled. I want to have the exact same financial power as City, so we can. The only way we are going to fix this problem, correct, it's going to have to be an overcorrection of this fucking money running football, is if everybody gets on that level.
No, but
so everyone's going to need to get a rich owner. And then it's gonna
Literally,
balance out.
Arsenal have the poorest owner at the moment.
You guys gonna have to find you a Saudi man or something.
And the Conquerors are never going to sell.
Qatar is gonna have to buy you
I'm going
as
to be
well.
honest with you. I don't want that for Arsenal.
Bro, look, you can
I
say that
understand
now.
that, no?
But once the top 4 all have fucking Middle Eastern owners, you're gonna be thinking, oh.
I'm going to be thinking it, no? But that's kind of what galvanizes me. That we aren't paid to play. That we aren't United that just going, look here on our next... Okay, let's not say next episode. Later on in the season, we must have the Arteta versus Ten Hag conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be a lit one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I see the media's going, boss.
But I think Arteta's had more time than Ten Hag has had, obviously.
But Ten Hag has had way more resources.
Has he?
Yes.
Do you think about it? If he's only been given 3 players, really. 3 or 4.
Now think about. Let's go Arteta's first season's 11 versus.
But
Ten
yes,
Hag's first season
obviously,
11.
Ten Hag has inherited more than Arteta has
Arteta
inherited.
did. So
Yes,
no,
100%.
your first 11 is David De Gea, arguably the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Right back, let's go Delo. Then 5 times Champions League winner and World Cup winner Rafa Varane, Martinez, Luke Shaw, good player, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Christian Eriksen, Anthony, Marcus Rashford, and where the fuck
Yeah,
is
CR7.
Yeah, it's CR7.
He definitely got more.
So, no?
He definitely got more going out to the gates.
Arteta walked into Leno, Mustafi, Socrates, Hector Bayern. Who was our left back at the time? Kolasinac. Granit Xhaka next to... Who was our centre mid at the time? Jesus Christ, I can't even remember wow.
But I think, you know what I think it is? I think the assignment was different. No? Ten Hag got more, but there was a similarity. I saw a moment, like a shift that really caused something. And that was Arteta's treatment of Ozil and Ten Hag's treatment of... And Alba and Ten Hag's treatment of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
They both needed to get rid of a big star power to kind of gain that control over the club. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you needed to show no one is bigger than the club.
That they both made that decision. And I've always told you about that decision that I admired there about Arteta. Do you know what I mean? But I think when Arteta came in, he maybe had to do something different. When Ten Hag came in, he had to change maybe the culture, he had to change the toxicity.
Arteta had to do the exact same thing.
Do you think that you guys had the kind of toxicity, media toxicity that United had?
No, y'all had media toxicity. We had fan toxicity. Arsenal's fan base is known as the most toxic. AFTV. Think about it, no? Think about troops and AFTV flying planes over our stadium saying Wenger out. We have them. Your fan base is your social media is toxic for you, no? Arsenal's fan base on the ground.
And our dressing room was really toxic.
Yes, your dressing room was toxic.
Which was very,
our
very
fan
toxic,
base was a cesspool of toxicity, and he had to cheer. He had to get the fans on side. Our fans were cheering in the stadiums, like that. But look, let us not dilute this. We're gonna have this talk later. Let us know in the comments if you want the Arteta versus Ten Hag strictly episode.
We'll catch you again whenever we do.
Yeah, that's good. This has been a long one today.
This has been a long one, yeah.
Yeah, but GG's guys.
Long form content podcast.